Welcome back to the True Geordie YouTube channel, and I know I've got a new surrounding every time I do this, and I've moved about 7 times now. People freak out in the comments. I hate it. Loved the last studio. Look, I've been ill recently, so my backdrop has been a hospital bed. It was pneumonia. It's not been good. I have not been pretty to look at. Trust me, this is a massive improvement, and still I feel like shit. So, today we are back with a bang, and it's because a prison officer has been banging an inmate, and she's now getting charged and probably going to do jail time for filming a sexual encounter with an inmate. So the video starts in Wandsworth prison with a man's legs to the camera, and obviously a woman's fingernails holding his leg. She must be thoroughly inspecting him, making sure there's no weapons on him. So pretty quickly after that, she turns around and the camera pans out and you can see the full jail cell. She's fully uniformed up. You're like, holy shit, this is a real prison officer with a real prisoner, and they are getting it on. I've seen plenty of movies before where it makes believe that this shit's going down. I didn't realize that this shit really actually fucking happens. We can't show that. So this geezer here is our cameraman for the day. He's having a little smoke and enjoying life, just chiming in with this little bit of commentary every now and then. And this woman's actually putting her hand over her own mouth to help keep the noise down, while the cameraman also helps. He's so thoughtful. I appreciate that. You can see her ID number. You can see her face. Everything's out there. She doesn't give a fuck. Like, she is crazy. You know, I used to get bored at work when I was apprentice. I'd take too long on the toilets. I'd play some games on my mobile phone to kill some time or whatever. This is a level up from that. The whole point of being a prison officer is that you make sure they stay inside their jail cell. You're not supposed to make sure they stay inside you. Yeah, we can't show any more of this. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Part of the reason this has gone viral, aside from the fact that prison officers aren't supposed to shag the prisoners, is also the woman in question. We grew up as men watching porn, yada, yada, yada. You know, you see some 10 out of 10s, they're not really that into it. So you're like, like, so what? You know what I mean? This woman is bang up for this, mate. Honestly, I can't do it justice, mate. She fucking loves it. And that leaves a lasting impression on us men, especially when she's actually a prison officer. Like, this is a fantasy that a lot of men have probably had. The fact that she's willing to do this and risk everything is wild. And on the one hand, you know, it's hard not to be impressed. It is illegal and she shouldn't have done it. And I get, you know, these guys she's shagging are probably wrong-uns. But on the other hand, I think she'd be better off working in the adult entertainment industry, because she'd be a lot better at that than making sure these prisoners are locked up. She's fucking terrible at it. Let's be real. One of them could have grabbed her by the throat, fucking killed her at any time. Like, she didn't give a shit. Run every risk possible. I'm left wondering, as she's patrolling the jail, sort of swinging the keys back and forward as she looks through the bars or the windows or whatever, at what point she looks at one of these geezers and goes, he'd get it. The man's got no freedom, no money. He's got nothing coming to him. No prospects now. He's got a pulse and a cock. And yet that was enough. So the footage of Linda D'Souza broke on Friday. She was arrested on Saturday, charged on Sunday. And as you can imagine, the internet has been doing a little bit of digging on our friend Linda, and a fair bit has come up, let me tell you. I love how the Daily Mail have quoted the video and said, the friend who was smoking has said, guys, we've made history. This is what I'm telling you. Oh, absolutely, mate. It's like the moon landing, isn't it? Now, they've got a few photographs of her, and I've got to admit, if I'd seen this photograph, for example, before we gave her the job to look after the sex-starved, testosterone-fueled criminals out there, not sure she would have been first on my list to get the job. If I'm trying to get men to not shag anything, she's not the one I want looking after them. Another photo here of her with her big old thighs out, which, you know, I'm not mad at. You know, I like big thighs on a woman. The tattoo of the gun, it is giving I fuck criminals, just to be clear. Who the fuck vetted this woman? What is the interview process like? And to be fair to her, she scrubs up quite well. If you're a man in jail who hasn't had sex in months or years, and you're seeing a woman like that, damn right you're going to be interested. So in regards to the charge of misconduct in public office, obviously this will be classed as misconduct, but the punishment will depend on the harm caused and the level of responsibility exercised. Now, I don't know about you, but he didn't seem to be in that much harm. He seemed to be fucking loving it. Now, one thing that will impact how people see this without doubt is the fact that she was wearing a wedding ring. So not only you're getting your face out, arse out, the lot out, and you're also wearing a gold band while doing all this shit to this dude. She's just raised the bar in zero fucks given in life. I've never known anyone who gives less of a fuck than Linda D'Souza. But there's a reason for that. You see, her and a fella are swingers, and they were even on a TV show on Channel 4 about swingers and meeting other couples. So that's her and a fella there. She does look different since then. I think she's lost weight since then or something like that.
And I feel like they're literally the same as us, just more experienced.
So as you heard there, more experience. So they'd been doing this for a good few years to my knowledge.
It's just easier to be more fluid with that situation.
This music is so stressful. I feel like they're about to do some sort of like armed robbery or so. Ironic. She'd probably get off on that as well, the dirty bitch. But like this music is not like giving, we're about to choose someone to shag. It's very stressful.
Eager for a potential foursome, Shanice finds one of the retreat's resident couples, Linda and Nathan.
Hi, how are you?
Who've been together for 9 years and open for 3.
Monogamy is a social construct that I think needs to be dismantled.
I completely agree. Do you know what I mean? Why just stick with one person? Do you know what I mean? Let's just free love it. We're all animals. Isn't that right, babe?
Absolutely not.
You see, the thing about women like this, right? So you meet them in a nightclub. They're very fun. But with all good things come bad things. You know, if you want a girl who's going to do everything for you and really look after you, don't expect that to be laid back. If you want a girl who's wild sexually, don't expect her to be able to just switch that off. And if she's wild sexually, she's probably wild in many other ways. She's probably fucking crazy. I'm just saying it. It's true. Don't shoot the messenger. This is facts. Even the way these people come over, this guy's coming over like, oh God, I don't really want to make the first. Like, he is terrified of these two. These two look like seasoned pros. That is the one thing about this whole scenario that may actually help them get through this chaos. Like, even though she's probably going to be in jail, he's probably not shocked that she was shagging on the job, right? He knows who the fuck he's with. He wanted a sex-crazed woman. You got one. And I'm sure he's had a fucking hell of a time with her, but equally, you can't switch that off.
Linda is fire, crazy sex appeal, and yeah, Nathan's, he's a sort as well, so.
Bit of you, yeah?
It's wild shit, this is wild.
By the way, you're fucking gorgeous. Thank you. I think Vin and Nicole are very cute, but they seem quite nervous. I don't agree an open relationship is for everyone, because some dynamics will crumble.
She actually doesn't come across badly there. Like, she comes across as very aware of how odd what she's doing is and how difficult it can be for some relationships. And also socially, she seems to be the one that everyone's gravitating towards and quite nice, which is wild, because like, to do the shit that she's done is a bit mad. I mean, I'm saying this, I bet you she can fucking throw down. Like, she can fight. Guaranteed, if it kicks off in a club, she pulls her heel off, she'll stab a bitch in the head with it. No questions asked. But she comes across as quite nice, yeah, to be fair. And now, a word from our sponsors. Now, I get DMs all the time from men asking me, Bri, why can I not keep a woman? And I've got to be honest, I look at some of your profile pictures and I see the way that's groomed. God knows what down below's looking like. So if you want to get a bit of repeat business, and I mean that purely in a metaphorical sense, I hope no money's changing hands here, you got to make sure you're looking after yourself. And that's where Manscape come in. Manscape will have your balls shining so well, they'll look like a set of mirrors, right? Women will be looking at them doing their makeup in them, for Christ's sakes. And I know some of you lot are a bit worried about the idea of taking a trimmer to the ball sack, but trust me, this thing is unbelievable. NASA couldn't make something as good as this. So not only are you safe in taking this to the ball sack, but it's also very fast, very efficient. It's not something where it's like, oh, you have to clear an hour out your schedule just to trim your balls. This is brilliant. And there's 3 different trimmers you can choose from. There's the Lawnmower 3.0 Plus, the 4.0 Pro, and the 5.0 Ultra. And each trimmer is equipped with skin-safe technology, an LED spotlight, and unique features for different grooming needs. And they're waterproof, so you can hop in the shower and get everything done nice and clean, jump out, you're good to go. And if you're not sure which one to get, the 3.0 is like your basic trimmer where you can just get rid of everything and you're good to go. Or if you want the more advanced ones, the 4.0 and the 5.0 are worth a look. So if you're still showing up for date night, unkept, not ready for action, step your game up, lads. Get to manscape.com and use the code TRUE for 20% off and free shipping. Don't forget the code is TRUE, all block capitals, all one word, at checkout. But for now, enjoy the video.
How long have you guys been together?
7 years. What do you do for a living?
I'm a mum. I'm a stay-at-home mum.
I'm a mum too.
How are you?
She's a mum. Imagine you're going to school and your mum's been locked up for shagging a fucking prisoner and it's all over social media. Like, we already know how cruel kids can be, but that is going to be difficult for this kid. I really hope the kid's a girl, because if it's your mum and you're a lad, you're getting fucking rinsed, mate. No way. Another thing is, like, you've got a kid and you're taking risks like that and you end up getting locked up because you couldn't refuse the dick. You've got a kid to provide fight for, and you're moving absolutely mental. So her sister has apparently spoken to the Daily Mail and confirmed she is a swinger. She said that she only found out she worked in the prison service in January, and that she'd spoke to her when on finding out and told her, don't mix your lifestyle with work. Don't be stupid. Don't do stupid things. If your sister is telling you, don't fuck the prisoners, when she finds out you're working in a prison, it was going to happen. The first thing her sister thought was, she's going to shag them. How bad is your reputation that that's the first thing your sister thinks? I've dated a girl who did that job before. Lovely, right? Never crossed my mind. Now it is. I'm wondering what the fuck was going on. Well, that's another story. I'm half wondering if that when they arrested her, she was into it. When the steel cuffs hit her wrist. Ooh, officer, what you gonna do next? Lock you up, love. All right then. Not really the horny fetish I thought it was gonna be, but we'll do it. Now, Linda has actually deleted her social media, which is quite strange because where's the shame coming from now? You've been on Channel 4. You fucked on camera. Did you not think that that was gonna get around? I don't know. And now all of a sudden she's trying to hide from it. I mean, you might as well lean into this. You know, she had an OnlyFans, which I've seen a little picture of. You might as well use this as a moment because everyone for the rest of your life is going to know you as that bitch who shagged in prison and all of that. Use it. Boost the OnlyFans. I mean, you're not going to get a job again. You fuck me. It's going to be a nightmare. So you might as well use this to your advantage. She has still got a Depop. Now, Depop, for those who don't know, is where women often sell their old clothes and whatnot and like outfits and stuff. And I get it. Like, you know, you got a nice thing. You don't want to lose all the money on it. But some of the things that she's selling here, it's just dirty outfits. Who's wanting to buy this after she's wore it? And as much as this is about Linda, it's also about the state of prisons in the UK. Charlie Taylor, the prison inspector, said that they did a report 2 months before this happened. They couldn't believe that staff were unable to accurately account for their prisoners during the working day. Fuck me. No wonder this is happening. Apparently, the prison's governor, Katie Price, resigned during the inspection because it was going that badly. That's not Katie Price, the titty model from back in the day, by the way. God knows we wouldn't put her in a prison. Everyone would be getting it, wouldn't they? Although, would they? I don't know if they'd take her up on the offer. Sorry. You know, she's no Linda. Is she? Not these days. And apparently more than 80 prison staff have been sacked or reprimanded in the last 10 years for having affairs with inmates, according to official statistics. That's just who got caught. 59 female staff and 24 male workers were caught. So women were doing it 3 times as much as the men. And yet women like that, like they're above it. Like men are so sexual and they can control themselves and men can't. Bullshit. Not in the fucking prisons, at least. And you do hear, like, you know, these death row inmates getting these letters sent to them by crazy women. But on this scale, I'm blown away. One prison in North Wales had the worst record, with 18 female staff found to have had relationships with inmates since 2017. At what point do we consider just hiring men? Women for women, men for men, then no one can stick anything in each other. I know equal opportunities and all that bullshit, but like maybe this might be one of those exceptions to the rule. But then people could be gay, so then you're fucked. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Now, the one person I've not really thought about in all of this is the geezer who's actually shagging her. Apparently, he's got a real life missus who's came into the jail since then demanding answers. This geezer, he's probably trying to break a few rules in there so they'll keep him in longer so she can't get her fucking hands on him. That being said, what do you lot think should happen next? Because on the one hand, with this woman, she shouldn't be allowed to just go around fucking the prisoners. And if you allow this, then who else is going to keep on doing it? You need to set an example to a degree. That being said, she didn't physically hurt them. She's only really hurt her own reputation. And call me crazy, I'm feeling kind of lenient. Let me know what you think she should get in terms of months, years, or whatever in the comments below. Should the guy be punished? Because he obviously broke the rules as well. You're not supposed to fuck the prison guards, but on the one hand, I mean, who is he to stop her? She's in charge, am I right? So don't forget to hit that like button because I've been pretty ill while recording this. I'm trying to dig it out for you lot, and I really appreciate you lot. If you haven't already, subscribe to the True Geordie YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. See yous on the next one.